for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is a magnificent Monday, and we are talking about meditation for healing. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, and share because if you get anything out of this content, chances are someone else does as well. So share with those you know, love, and care about. Also, check out the links below for my book, Teas Collection, as well as for Young Living, which is an essential oil company, best in the business. They do not sponsor me, but I am a distributor for them, so check out the links below for your essential oil needs, and let's get started. So, when you go on a journey for self-improvement or to become a better version of you, we're talking about healing, okay? Because we go through life and it's always some kind of trauma. It's always something we had to overcome. It's some pain that we had in there. It's always some form of healing that we're looking for. And that healing is to repair the damage that was done, whether it was through trauma, through experiences that we didn't like or felt uncomfortable to us, or made us feel vulnerable or hurt us in some manner. So all of this is just it all goes back to the same thing, which is healing. That's really what you're looking for. So when somebody says they're on a self-help journey to become their better version of themselves, they're talking about healing. They need to heal some aspect of themselves. And meditation can be a wonderful tool in that aspect of healing yourself, because it brings you closer to self-awareness. It brings you closer to being and spending time with who you are, period, without anybody else. Because meditation is only done with you and you. That's it. That's it. Nobody else. Even if you have guided meditation, nobody else is in your head telling you what's going on or answering questions or going along with it. It's you. Those experiences come up for you. You're the only one that can see that. You're the only one that can feel that. You're the only one that can go on that journey. And it's a journey that you have to take by yourself. And so when we look at meditation and we look at these self-help things and, all these tools that people have and they come out, these coaches and everything else, what they're really teaching you is how to heal. That's really all they're doing, is teaching you how to heal. And the reason meditation can be such a good channel for that, okay, because we're going to get into programming and stuff like that, then we're going to talk about it. So that's what you're doing. You're going to channel your inner self, okay? So when you get into that channeling your inner self and you're meditating, you're spending that time, you can see what the programming is that you have in there so that you can change it yourself. You see how I twisted that around? Yeah. So meditate. So I'm trying to, what's really going is, okay, let me just start at the beginning. So when I come up with these topics and I come to you guys, it's because these topics were presented to me by my ancestors to talk to you. And sometimes they're based off, or a lot of times they're based off of things that I've been experiencing and things that have been going on in my life for the week, or, just the theme for lately, or whatever it is, it comes up. That's what I share with you guys because it comes to me. Okay. And so one of the things, which is why I'm kind of getting thrown off a little bit because they showing me other stuff while I'm talking about this. I'm gonna have to stop and reset to get going. So rather than stop the video, I'd rather just explain what's happening so that you get an understanding for it as well. So when you do start to meditate and you meditate for healing, part of that healing and part of that journey is that you're going to start to understand that you have guides, that you have people or beings that are around you to help you. Now, I want to make this part clear because some people get nervous with this. One, because people are uncomfortable with death, and two, because anything that you can't see makes you nervous and makes you uncomfortable. And also this is a time, it's close to Halloween and all of that, and people get into dark spirits and dark beings and all of that. Yes, those things do exist, but that's not what I'm talking about. Those things are trying to torment you. They're trying to take over your body. They're trying to do all this negative stuff. The beings that have been around you for your whole entire life are people who love and care about you. Those are your ancestors, your spirit guides, those whose job and the whole main reason they're around you is to help you. It's just that you can't hear them. Okay. So when you start going through this healing journey and you start going down that road to really, start to repair some of the damage that has been done to yourself, you will start to be introduced and understand that you have these spirit guides around you, that you have these beings around you. And one of the reasons, or one of the ways that I tell people that you know that they're there to help you, is because you'll have these thoughts in your head, but if you try to trace where the thought came from, you can't figure it out. So just to give an example, which I've spoken about this before. So if you heard this before, just you about to hear it again. So let's say for some reason you come up with hostess apple pies. Okay, your little fried apple pies that they sell. And you like, how did we get on this? Oh yeah, we was talking about stuff that was nostalgic to childhood, and I thought about how my uncle and aunt would have these bags for us for after church for me, my sister, and my cousin, and they would go to the Hostess factory, and we would end up with these, and they knew I liked the apple, so they always had apple. So I can trace where we started and how we ended up talking about these pies. If for some reason we start talking about something, or I mention something, or a thought comes to me, like about being on a sailboat. Okay, where did that thought come from? Okay, we weren't talking about the water. We weren't talking about sailboats. We were talking about Hostess cupcakes. How did sailboats come to my mind? Like, what is it about the sailboat? That would be a thought that's not yours. So that is your ancestors speaking to you, or your spirit guides trying to communicate something. And in the beginning, it may be something stupid like a sailboat, and you thinking like, why am I thinking about a sailboat? And it's to get your attention and let you know, oh, I remember listening to TV and Toya talking about this. So I'm getting healed to the point where now I can start hearing my spirit guides. So y'all said something about sailboats. Okay, and then reevaluate what you're doing. Is it something that you drown in? Are you going on the right path? Like, you resisting the wind, or you going with it? Like, what's going on? Start trying to think of different ways that sailboat has something to do with what you're doing at that present point in time. Okay? But that's how it starts to happen, is you get your ancestors, you get your spirit guides, and they start to help you. Okay? So if you're trying to heal and you're trying to become the best version of yourself, why not get help from those who are on the outside looking in? Who not only can see you in your present moment, but they can see ahead of you as well. And so when you start to really work on yourself and start to really heal yourself and work on that, and using that meditative time to really be quiet and really center in and allow whatever needs to be healed to come forward inside of you, and you really start to look at it, you really start using tools and things like that, like journaling, or what's one of the other ones? Journaling, some of the other tools that you do in regards to the healing. Journaling is the only one that's coming to my mind. So I guess my ancestors are saying that's the most important one, to write that crap out. But anyway, but you have these different tools and different ways in which you can meditate to kind of heal yourself and get over it. Okay. Sometimes you have a therapist that works with you. I know one of the things that helps with me is understanding, and this came from my ancestors. Okay. They were the ones that told me that just like you have different parts to your body, your physical body, we have our skin, our heart, our toes, and all them other pieces. We also have different parts of ourselves on the emotional side, on the ethereal side, or spiritual side. There are different parts of your side of you. There's a part that's afraid. There's the part that, the go-getter. There's the part that, he thinks the world is going to end. There's a part of you that, wants more from life. There's different parts of you on the inside that need attention. There's that little child that's inside of you, yes, but there's also that adolescence that's inside of you. There's also the adult inside of you. There's also the part of you that experienced that trauma that happened to you when you were a kid. That there's also the one that experienced the heartbreak. So you have different aspects of your emotional side as well as your physical side. And so when you start to meditate and you start to go through that healing, sometimes your ancestors are the ones that sit back and help you. They bring up these thoughts, during meditation, like, this is what you need to focus on. Like for me, I have other beings that come to me, like Mother Newt, okay? I call her Mother Nut. Y'all know this. But she's come to me, and it ended up being that I needed womb healing, And because of that, I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm at that age, I'm about to go through menopause. No, I work with her, and all of a sudden, everything is back to functioning the way it's been, because I go to the doctor and nothing's wrong. Nothing is physically wrong. Everything looks good, but she comes along and says, this is what you need to work on, and this is what we gonna work on. So I end up working with her, and next thing you know, hey, I guess I'm not in menopause. I guess I'm still going to be doing this, even though I was looking forward to it, But all I'm saying is that once you open yourself up and you really start to work on your own healing and start to work on becoming the best version of yourself, and you spend that quiet time with yourself to see what comes up, to see what presents itself to you where you need that healing, eventually you get to the point where those that are around you that have been trying to guide you and help you this whole time, you'll start to be able to hear them. They'll start to bring those pictures to your mind, so you can think, oh yeah, I do remember that, and then that you need to heal on and you need to work on, and then things just get easier. But it starts with that healing. Because at the end of the day, if you're going through self-help and you're trying to do things that better yourself, you're really looking for healing. Okay, and it starts with meditation. So the best way to start that journey is to meditate. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It starts with meditation. If you don't get nothing else out of this video, it starts with meditation. You want to heal yourself? Start healing yourself through meditation. Okay, I cannot stress how important that is. And meditation does not have to look like sitting there. No, meditation can be journaling. Journaling is a meditative state because you're sitting there, you're focusing, and you're allowing yourself to put on paper how you feel. And through that opening and through that writing it out, then you are open and understanding, get to see more. More stuff will come to you. And the more stuff that comes to you and comes out of you, it leaves you. Okay, so all I'm saying is it starts with meditation. So that's it for today. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share, because if you get anything out of it, chances are someone else will as well. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.